You've been wondering whether PiCoin will really reach $314, right? I used to wonder the same, until I learned about the role of the Pi Bank in Pi Network's global financial vision. Now I've returned with an answer that you'll all be happy to hear and have been waiting for. Right now, what if I told you that PiCoin could hit $314 per coin? And there's one major development that could make this dream a reality. Regardless of the drop in Pi price, I will continue to bring you the latest updates about the Pi network. Whether one Pi will reach $314 remains to be seen. But with the continued growth of its ecosystem, the introduction of Pi Bank, and increasing global interest, Pi Network is undeniably one of the most closely watched projects in the crypto world. So, pioneer. Will you be the pioneer who seized the moment, or the one who watched history unfold from the outside? Are you truly ready to become financially independent when Pi hits $314, or are you just hoping someone else will build your future for you? If Pi Network transforms global finance forever, will you be able to tell your grandchildren you were part of the revolution, or that you just watched it happen? Drop your honest answer in the comments right now. Don't think, just type what came to your mind first. Let's first greet and welcome you all, my PI pioneer from every corner of globe. Whether you're watching from the Papua New Guinea, United States, India, Nigeria, Philippines, Canada, Kenya, or anywhere else on this beautiful planet, I see you, and I'm with you all the way until the victory of Pi Network's global consensus value, GCV. Just give me a favor. Join our community by subscribing and ring notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, comment PI Network to the moon along with your country to show the world just how massive and united our pioneer movement really is across every continent. Thank you for your support. I'm sharing exclusive insights about Pi Bank, the game-changing financial institution that could transform PiCoin from a simple digital asset into a global currency worth $314. Stay until the end, because I'll reveal the 5 key factors that could make this price possible. Let's now get started. Pi Network continues to gain global momentum as one of the most talked about blockchain projects in the world. With a community spanning over 230 countries and millions of engaged users, it's approaching a major milestone that has everyone talking. The much-anticipated open mainnet launch is just around the corner, and amid this progress, speculation is rising around the possible launch of Pi Bank, a dedicated financial institution built entirely on PiCoin. This isn't just another crypto project trying to make headlines. Pi Bank represents a major strategic leap for the Pi Network ecosystem. The goal is ambitious yet achievable. Transform PiCoin from a mined digital asset into a practical currency with real-world applications that people can actually use in their daily lives. If realized, this could be a turning point for the entire project, with some analysts suggesting Pi could one day reach a value of $314 per coin. But what makes Pi Bank so special? Unlike traditional banks that exclude millions of people worldwide, Pi Bank is designed with the same inclusive philosophy that made Pi Network famous. Remember, Pi Network started with a revolutionary idea. Anyone with a smartphone can mine Pi, making it more accessible than Bitcoin or Ethereum. This approach has fueled a massive global user base and increased public awareness around blockchain technology in ways we've never seen before. If launched successfully, Pi Bank could offer secure storage for PiCoin savings with institutional-level protection that gives users peace of mind. Imagine having your PiCoins protected by the same security standards that guard traditional bank deposits. This would eliminate the fears many people have about losing their digital assets through forgotten passwords or technical failures. The revolutionary potential doesn't stop there. Pi Bank could enable low-cost, cross-border payments that make sending money to family members in other countries faster and cheaper than ever before. Traditional money transfers can take days and cost significant fees, but Pi Bank could process these transactions in minutes for a fraction of the cost. This would be life-changing for millions of people who currently rely on expensive remittance services. Pi-denominated credit services represent another groundbreaking feature. Instead of relying on traditional credit scores and lengthy approval processes, Pi Bank could offer loans and credit lines based on Pi holdings and community participation. This would open up financial services to people who have been excluded from traditional banking systems, creating new opportunities for economic growth and personal development. Perhaps most importantly, Pi Bank could provide potential Pi to fiat conversion services that bridge the gap between digital currency and traditional money. This would solve one of the biggest challenges facing cryptocurrency adoption: the ability to easily convert digital assets into cash when needed for everyday expenses. Since its creation, Pi Network has prioritized accessibility in ways that have revolutionized how people think about cryptocurrency. The ecosystem now includes the Pi browser, where users can interact with decentralized apps that showcase the practical applications of blockchain technology. These aren't just experimental projects, they're real applications that demonstrate how PiCoin can be used for actual transactions and services. Pi apps have emerged as another crucial component of the ecosystem, allowing businesses and developers to integrate PiCoin into their platforms for real transactions. From gaming platforms to e-commerce sites, these applications are driving actual utility for PiCoin, pushing it beyond speculation into daily use. The Pi SDK has made it even easier for developers to create new Pi-powered applications, expanding the network's reach into gaming, e-commerce, and social platforms. These tools aren't just technological achievements, they're building blocks for a complete economic system where PiCoin has genuine value and practical applications. This comprehensive approach sets Pi Network apart from other cryptocurrency projects that focus solely on trading and speculation. The idea of PiCoin reaching $314 isn't just wishful thinking. It's based on fundamental economic principles and market dynamics that we can analyze objectively. However, it's important to understand that while this valuation is possible, it's not guaranteed, and several key factors will determine whether this ambitious price target becomes reality. Utility and demand represent the foundation of any cryptocurrency's value. The more people and businesses that use PiCoin for real transactions, the higher its potential value becomes. When people buy coffee with Pi, pay bills with Pi, or receive salaries in Pi, it creates genuine demand that supports price appreciation. Widespread use reduces supply pressure because people hold Pi for practical purposes rather than just speculation, which naturally supports higher valuations. Ecosystem activity plays a crucial role in determining Pi's future value. A vibrant ecosystem where Pi is used for trade, services, and applications creates a network effect that strengthens the entire system. When developers build successful businesses on Pi Network, when merchants accept Pi payments, and when users find real value in Pi-powered services, it creates a positive feedback loop that supports sustained growth and higher valuations. Regulatory compliance cannot be ignored in today's financial landscape. For Pi to be taken seriously by traditional financial institutions and government regulators, it must operate within established legal frameworks. A fully licensed Pi bank could bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and traditional finance, providing the regulatory clarity that institutional investors and major corporations require before adopting new digital currencies. Liquidity and market access are essential for maintaining investor and user confidence. People need easy and stable ways to buy, sell, and trade PiCoin through exchanges or Pi bank services. Without proper liquidity, even the most useful cryptocurrency can struggle to maintain stable valuations. Pi Bank could provide this crucial infrastructure, ensuring that Pi remains accessible and tradable for all users. Institutional partnerships could accelerate Pi's journey to mainstream adoption faster than any other factor. Collaborations with existing banks, fintech platforms, or major corporations could legitimize Pi as a true global payment method. When established companies integrate Pi into their operations, it validates the technology and expands its reach exponentially. For the Pi community, often called pioneers, the introduction of Pi Bank would bring several transformative benefits that could change how they interact with money and financial services. Global payments would become as easy as sending a text message with fast, low-fee transfers across borders using PiCoin, eliminating the need for expensive traditional remittance services. Secure holdings would provide institutional-level protection for Pi savings, giving users confidence that their digital assets are safe from technical failures or security breaches. This professional-grade security would remove one of the biggest barriers to cryptocurrency adoption among mainstream users. Credit access through Pi-denominated loans and credit lines would empower both businesses and individuals who have been excluded from traditional banking systems. Legal conversion capabilities would provide potential Pi to fiat exchange services that make it easy to convert Pi into traditional currency when needed. This flexibility would make Pi more practical for everyday use while maintaining its value as a digital asset. Merchant integration would become much easier, encouraging more businesses to accept Pi for goods and services across various industries. This widespread acceptance would create the network effects necessary for Pi to become a truly global currency. As blockchain technology continues to evolve and mature, Pi Network is positioning itself as an inclusive, secure, and efficient global payment system that could reshape how people think about money. With growing developer support, a loyal user base spanning 230 countries, and real-world integrations that demonstrate practical utility, Pi is laying the groundwork for lasting impact in the financial world. Bank, if successfully launched and properly regulated, could play a critical role in this ambitious vision. By offering practical services like savings accounts, payment processing, and fiat conversions, it could help transform Pi from a promising token into a trusted global currency that people use for their daily financial needs. The cryptocurrency market has shown us time and time again that projects with strong fundamentals, active communities, and real-world utility can achieve extraordinary valuations. Bitcoin went from pennies to tens of thousands of dollars. Ethereum transformed from an experimental platform to a global infrastructure powering decentralized finance. Pi Network has the potential to follow a similar trajectory, but with one crucial difference. It's designed to be accessible to everyone, not just tech-savvy investors. The global reach of Pi Network cannot be understated. While other cryptocurrencies struggle to gain adoption beyond wealthy nations, Pi has already established a presence in over 230 countries. This international footprint provides a solid foundation for Pi Bank's global financial services, creating opportunities for cross-border commerce and financial inclusion that traditional banks have failed to address. Market dynamics play a crucial role in determining cryptocurrency valuations, and Pi Network's approach to supply management could be a key factor in reaching higher price targets. Unlike Bitcoin's fixed supply or Ethereum's complex monetary policy, Pi Network has the flexibility to adapt its economic model based on real-world usage and demand patterns. This adaptability could support sustained price appreciation as the ecosystem grows. The timing of Pi Bank's potential launch couldn't be better. Traditional financial institutions are increasingly recognizing the importance of digital currencies, and central banks worldwide are developing their own digital currency initiatives. Pi Bank could position itself at the forefront of this transformation, offering services that bridge the gap between traditional finance and the decentralized future. Educational initiatives within the Pi Network community have created a more informed user base compared to other cryptocurrency projects. Pioneers understand the technology, participate actively in the ecosystem, and contribute to its development. This educated community provides a stable foundation for growth and helps maintain confidence during market volatility. The future of PiCoin ultimately rests not on hype or speculation, but on real-world utility, strong community participation, and strategic development that creates genuine value for users. Whether Pi reaches $314 per coin remains to be seen, but the foundation being built today suggests that significant value creation is not only possible, but increasingly likely. With the continued growth of its ecosystem, the potential introduction of Pi Bank, and increasing global interest from both users and developers, Pi Network is undeniably one of the most closely watched projects in the cryptocurrency world. The combination of accessibility, utility, and community engagement creates a unique value proposition that sets Pi apart from other digital currencies. The road to $314 per PiCoin may seem ambitious, but when we consider the factors driving this potential valuation, it becomes clear that this target is based on fundamental economic principles rather than mere speculation. The development of Pi Bank represents a critical milestone that could accelerate Pi's journey toward mainstream adoption and significant value appreciation. Now is the time for pioneers to actively support Pi Network's growth by using Pi applications, building new services, and helping shape the future of a decentralized economy. Every interaction with Pi apps, every transaction using Pi, and every new user who joins the network contributes to the collective success of this revolutionary project. In contrast, the broader crypto market is experiencing a phase of unprecedented activity and innovation. Bitcoin's and Ethereum's recent surges demonstrate crystal clear investor readiness to engage with projects that actually deliver on milestones and demonstrate real utility. This creates an even more striking contrast with Pi Network's current situation. Here, we have a project with one of the largest active user bases in the entire crypto sector. Yet, it's being completely left behind by the market's current momentum. In a crypto landscape where adaptability and execution speed are absolutely essential for survival, Pi Network's cautious and delayed approach risks losing momentum despite having resources and community support that most projects can only dream of. The lack of immediate market reaction to Zipto's inclusion reveals that the crypto community has essentially written off Pi Network announcements until they see concrete action that actually impacts user experience. Zipto's inclusion as a verified Pi KYB business should have represented a genuine turning point for the entire ecosystem. The addition of a credible blockchain project within the Pi ecosystem could potentially facilitate new avenues for PiCoin utility, enabling pioneers to use Pi for a broader range of transactions within the Zipto ecosystem and beyond. However, without corresponding progress in KYC expansions and token mapping, even legitimately positive news like this struggles to generate any meaningful traction. It's crucial to understand that the potential for Pi Network to evolve remains genuinely significant despite current frustrations. Zipto's entry into the verified KYB list represents a glimpse of what Pi's ecosystem could achieve with a robust network of verified partners and usable utility channels. By fostering partnerships with established blockchain projects, Pi could create an integrated ecosystem where Pi coins can be used for staking, purchasing goods, accessing services, and participating in DeFi environments within comprehensive Web3 frameworks. Imagine a world where your mined Pi coins could be seamlessly integrated into Zipto's blockchain infrastructure, allowing you to participate in decentralized finance protocols, stake your tokens for passive income, or use them for cross-chain transactions. This isn't just wishful thinking. The technological foundation exists, and partnerships like Zipto prove that legitimate blockchain projects see value in Pi Network's massive user base. However, this transformative potential will remain completely untapped unless the Pi core team takes concrete steps to address the community's long-standing demands. Broadening. KYC access will allow pioneers to finally utilize their Pi, unlocking transactional liquidity within the ecosystem that's been dormant for far too long. Collaborating with other blockchain leaders would demonstrate Pi's commitment to practical utility and its readiness to transition from a closed ecosystem to a broader Web3 environment. For many in the community, Zipto's inclusion serves as a critical test case that will determine Pi Network's future trajectory. If the Pi core team can build on this momentum and quickly enable practical utility, Pi Network can transform its narrative from a project stuck in endless potential to one actively shaping the Web3 economy. The infrastructure is there, the partnerships are beginning to form, and the community remains surprisingly loyal despite months of frustration. Conversely, failure to capitalize on these developments could further erode trust, and lead to a dramatic decline in active engagement despite maintaining a large registered user base. The crypto community's attention span is notoriously short, and investor sentiment can shift rapidly when projects fail to deliver on promises. Pi Network is walking a tightrope between maintaining its massive community and losing relevance in an increasingly competitive market. The path forward for Pi Network requires decisive action that goes beyond announcements and press releases. Opening the mainnet with clear, non-negotiable timelines, expanding KYC globally without further delays, enabling token mapping for seamless exchange readiness, and building partnerships with reputable blockchain entities will strengthen Pi's standing and support organic price movement based on real usage rather than speculation. The cryptocurrency market has shown time and time again that it rewards execution over promises. Projects that deliver working products, enable real utility, and maintain transparent communication with their communities see sustainable growth and price appreciation. Pi Network has all the ingredients for success, but success requires more than ingredients. It requires execution, timing, and the willingness to take calculated risks in an increasingly competitive landscape. Subscribe and hit the notification bell because I'll keep bringing you the latest Pi Network updates, detailed analysis, and exclusive insights that you won't find anywhere else. The Pi Network story is just beginning, and you don't want to miss what's coming next in this incredible journey toward financial revolution. I'm committed to providing you with accurate, thoughtful analysis that helps you understand the true potential of this groundbreaking project. Whether Pi reaches $314 or not, one thing is absolutely certain. Pi Network is changing the world of digital finance in ways that will benefit millions of people worldwide. And you, as a pioneer, are part of this historic moment that could reshape the global economy. The decisions we make today, the applications we build, and the community we foster will determine Pi Network's ultimate success. Until next time, keep mining, keep believing, and keep building the future with Pi Network.